Um, so the first medication I was prescribed that I actually took was last year, and that was through the GP I found that I really liked. And it had horrendous side effects. Um, on that tablet, I took citalopram first, and I wasn't actually physically sick, but every night for the 3.5 weeks I persisted with it. I slept with a bucket by my bed because I felt so nauseous the whole time. I didn't want to eat. Um, it just made me feel so unwell, really put me off food. And at the same sort of time, I found a therapist and started seeing her. So I ended up deciding, well, I'm going to go off the antidepressant and just persist with therapy because the pill had affected me so badly. And I think from my background, I'd tried 4 contraceptive pills, and all of them had horrible side effects for me too. So I think I probably have a slightly sensitive body when it comes to medication. And I just thought, well, fine, I'll just do the therapy. And actually, it's proven that the combination of therapy and medication is the best and fastest way for recovery and has the best sort of long-term effects. So not being on medication wasn't ideal, but finding the right medication is very important. And it was earlier this year that I got prescribed a new antidepressant. I started seeing a psychiatrist, and he's the one that gave me this, and it's called escitalopram. And I gave him my background of tablet sensitivity, and he prescribed me just a very small dose to begin with. So I started on 2.5 milligrams of escitalopram, then I went up to 5 milligrams, then I actually added in a step of 7.5 before going up to 10. And now I'm up on 20 milligrams. I haven't had any major side effects. I would say I get minor night sweats, but not really. It's more like slightly clammy legs on one of the contraceptive pills. I used to wake up soaked, so gross, I know, and it took a year to get out my system after I stopped that contraceptive pill. It was really horrendous. But so no side effects as such. One thing though, which isn't a direct impact of the pill, but I am exhausted at the moment. This is about 2.5 months into it. And I was thinking, well, do I need to push myself? Do I need to just keep going? Because I've sort of changed my routine completely and been sleeping more, and I've just been doing gentle exercise. I've not gone to the gym as I would normally do. I've just been going for walks around the park or little cycle rides, to meet friends. But my psychiatrist actually said, no, it's a really good effect that the tablet's having. He basically said when you're depressed, your body doesn't rest properly. So obviously some people have insomnia. I would wake up quite often at 3 or 2 in the morning and find it hard to get back to sleep. But he said even if you do sleep the whole night through, most people's sleep cycle goes like this, in 90-minute cycles. And at the bottom here, they're in deep REM sleep, and then they slowly come up. He said what happens if you're depressed and you've got the sort of clinical chemical depression, you go down and then you just come straight up. So even if you sleep the whole night through, you're not getting the restful sleep cycle. And he also said it's like being on fight and flight, and when you're depressed, it's like your body is thinking there's a predator, but obviously the threats that we have as modern man are very different than Neolithic man. And he says, basically the threat's been taken away by the pill reintroducing serotonin into my body. So what's happened is my body's gone into a state of calm, I suppose. It no longer thinks there's a threat there. And so he's actually said, no, really good, catch up on sleep if you're able to. If your body wants rest, give it rest. And quite right, for now, don't do the sort of more demanding exercise. And for me, that was quite helpful to know, because I was thinking, maybe I should be pushing myself. and normally exercise really gives me life, but at the moment, literally getting up and making breakfast, I feel like I could go back to bed, and it's not like just a feeling. I could actually go back to bed and I would just sleep and have deep sleep. So yeah, quite helpful for me to know that. So finding the right pill, really important, and then being aware of the side effects, the consequences of it. But if you found one pill and it's not worked for you, perhaps speak to your GP or therapist about a different one, because for me, I know that the first one I could not have stuck out, but this last one I've been on has been really fine, and the side effects are really preferable to struggling with depression.